prettiest side. Drip in, drip in, drip in. My mid-morning snack. Food. You can hear the dripping. That is from the guttering going down into the water butt. It's raining. It's a very fine, misty rain. I am so grateful for an outdoor space that we created to be able to use the garden in all weathers. You'll see more about how we built it in that on the other YouTube channel, Blue Garden Cottage. Oh, it's been so weird that we have had a non-stop chaos driven life for years, and occasionally, very occasionally, we get a quiet moment. Usually even when we have quiet moments, our minds are still whirring over the must-dos, the have-to-dos, the dramas, chaos, whatever. You know, life happens. But today has been one of those amazing days where I suddenly find myself, and it is suddenly, I know that's an what do you call it, a filler word, but it has been, just stopping and noticing I'm on my own in the house. There's people out in work and sport groups, and I actually have a moment where I could finish some blogs. I got to tidy the kitchen and I was listening to some beautiful, inspirational, relaxing music, and I felt it's that, I don't know if you can see, you can't see on the camera because it's that fine misty rain, but it's constant, you can see it, it's almost like a misty effect in the air. You can see the rain and it is quite constant, it's running everywhere, and normally that would be an awful day. But to me, it's a beautiful day. Yes, it's awful because it's not conducive to working outdoors. You'd get soaked. With this kind of rain, you'd be soaked in half an hour. You'd be soaked through, even with a raincoat. So it's not conducive to outdoors work in the garden or anything. So it kind of forces you to do work indoors. But at the same time, what a wonderful atmosphere to be able to sit in a space like this, on the veranda, under the pergola, to the roof, and it's not freezing cold, there is a breeze, but there's perfect stillness, apart from the occasional car going past on the main road there, the odd dog barking, oh, and the magpies, oh, they're so chatty today, so chatty. But it's quiet, everybody's just chilling. It's a chill day, duvet day for the birds. Because usually the robin is right here on this fence, right next to me, within reaching out distance. He comes, the pair, it's a pair, a mating pair. And they come and chatter and twitter, looking at me, and nice connection with nature. Anyway, getting lost in ramblings. Yes, I'm talking provident living still. This is part of it. This is part of the importance of balance and restoration, mentally, spiritually, and physically as well. One affects the other. I was cleaning the kitchen and listening to this beautiful inspirational music, looking out the window, and then I came out to sort out some laundry to dry. Oh, it was so lovely. I felt there was this wonderful uplifting, my soul was levitating. I know it sounds weird, it's airy fairy, but I literally felt uplifted. Such a wonderful atmosphere. I felt I was living my fairy tale dream. My suburban homestead, cottage garden homestead. I have produce in the garden and I was harvesting. I've taken fruit out of the freezer to make jam, strawberry jam, ready defrosting because I gathered enough to make a batch of jam. It just felt wonderful that I felt I was living the dream. My country life, my cottage life that I dreamt of, I'm actually living it in my suburban social housing house. I was inspired by other folk who have there's 3 channels we follow about people living a homesteading off-grid life in Ireland, Republic of Ireland, who are living our dream. But I'm not bitter about it. I'm actually so excited for them, and I can see their possibilities, and they're just starting off, and I felt inspired to look at what I do have, you know, that we've already worked for. We've already gone through the setting up stages. We're still setting up for some things, but it feels so good to get to a stage where we're, oh excuse me, hay fever. I will not stop coming outside. Oh, it felt like I have so much to be grateful for and so thankful. And as I was going through all the things in my head, in my mind, that I am grateful for, counting every blessing, counting my blessings, as I was ticking them off in my head, all the things that I'm so grateful for, and I felt we truly are. We're in social housing, in a busy area, notorious area, and we're living a homestead dream. It can be done. You can feel, you know, in your, I mean, you might not have a homesteading dream. You might have a business dream. You might have a traveling dream. You can still do that even if you are in social housing and on a low income. There are ways around it, things that you could do. I spotted a lady in an interview who figured out how to travel the world practically for free, and she has a channel and runs courses on how to do this, especially for women. I think it is just for women, and she's made a business out of it. There are ways and means of doing this, of finding this contentment with what you have, or ambitions, and still, and not letting barriers get in the way. With how much do you want the dream, and how much do you need to be resourceful to find ways of doing it. And I'm so grateful that stealthily over a number of years, and I think it's 2012 we moved into this house. Yeah, was it somewhere around there? We moved into this house, I think. No, it wasn't. 2015. Somewhere around there, I can't remember. It feels like forever. But we have settled into our home, and our garden seems to have, we were so worried when we moved here that it was going to be smaller than where we were because we were downsizing. We needed to, we had to. And we were concerned about having a smaller garden because it was all about the garden, and that we would be losing another room. And I just thought we'd be claustrophobic. But I thought, it's okay. I can make a tiny courtyard into a garden, which I have under the veranda. It's a garden, a productive garden, and a haven. So I could even turn a little courtyard into a haven, a secret garden haven. I could do that. So I knew we'd be okay. And you know what? As we've settled over the years and implemented dreams and ideas and projects, our garden seems to feel way, way, way bigger than it was when we moved in, because it was a blank canvas. There was nothing but a mossy lawn, a path, a giant hedge at the back. That was it. Nothing else. And a frost pocket, a damp, muddy frost pocket right there by the house, which is now the potting shed. We have a potting shed. How posh does that sound? It's not posh, but it sounds posh. We have a veranda, which is a covered pergola. And we have paving slabs that we got for free from somebody getting rid of them. They're not level, they're not perfectly straight. Some of them are odd sizes, but we've fitted it in. There is nothing that has been a big, expensive job to do. We've done the make-do thing, and I just felt so uplifted today and so grateful. And I just wanted to recognize that, and I wanted to share with you how uplifting it can be to count your blessings, literally, to look at where you are, what you do have. And notice the beauty that is around you. Even in the middle of chaos, you can find beauty and peace. That's what I want you to take from this. It's just a little natter. I'm going to get straight back into work now, finishing the blogs, uploading videos. And then once the peace and quiet of nobody else being at home ends, I will start on the preserving. Get making some lovely homemade strawberry jam. I will, being undercover in the potting shed, I could sow more seeds even in the rain, and it is forecast to be like this all day. So I would take that as an opportunity to do different kinds of work. So that is what I'd like you to do today. I would love you to reply in the comment section how you find uplifting moments. How do you find gratitude? How do you count your blessings? Do you have dreams that you can't quite achieve just yet? Any plans you'd like to implement? Doesn't have to be homesteading in the suburbs or anything like that. Entirely up to you what you want to do, because we're talking about, on this channel, we're talking about self-reliance. And yeah, self-reliance, provident living. What part of provident living are you working on right now? Do let me know. I'd love to have a conversation. Yeah, I was having a chat with my daughter this morning about a business idea that's been mulling around in my head, and I know that she has similar interests in the same way. And I thought, you know, and we were just talking, chatting, offloading in our heads how a business like this would work, what it would be, and the costs of a few things, where it would be, why it would be a good idea. And it just, that was invigorating, and I felt like it, you know, I said, I hope I've given you some great business plan ideas, business idea, full stop, to go and write these things down. And it feels positive. Even if we never actually use the idea, it's still a positive thing to plan and think and ponder and imagine, be creative. So there, you go be creative, you go come up with ideas and plans, and see what it does for your mental health, and see what it does for your state of mind. and your, what do you call it, mindset. It does for your abundant mindset, and what you could do to make that plan, that idea, that dream become a reality. Little steps, even over time, like we did. We were doing all the things that we would imagine us doing out in the countryside, in our dream small holding, our homestead. What would we be doing? And we'd implement things that were appropriate and applicable to a tinier, much tinier setting, using those same skills. And now we have our dream. It's not the dream that we still want, because in the end, this is not our property. This is owned by the local authority. We are renting this property, so things change, you know, authorities change. They might change their ideas, and this is not security. We don't own it outright. I mean, even if you own your property, until you own the title deeds, the bank owns your property. You don't own it outright. So yeah, we still have that dream. We still have the dream of land, country living, and we'll continue doing this while we're working on making that dream come true. And I'll find joy in it. Keep growing experiences, keep growing knowledge, keep growing understandings, and keep researching and keep working at the business, which is still fledgling, but it's going. I am still writing diligently, whether I'm making money yet or not. I am, but only pennies, but it's worth it. So there you go, folks. Count your blessings, dare to use your imagination, plan, dream, and see where it takes you. Until next time, folks. Oh, before I go, that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, the usual stuff for YouTube. And I'll speak to you again soon. No promises, but I will occasionally post in the community tab. I've posted a number of community posts in both channels, and they don't really get any interactions. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I have an active community tab, but nobody really responds to community tabs. So if you see one, please just give us a like, so I know that it's actually been seen. And then it's a perfect opportunity when I do a community post, which is just a picture and a little subtitle or something, or a link. If somebody responds to that, if you give your comments in there just as much as you would for a video, it helps me to know what to focus future content on, what you would like. So as always, do keep in touch. Thanks, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.